guys, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, it's the 16th of June today, 2024. We just ride back on the allotments. We've been to an antiques and collectors fair this morning, bought a few coins. I'll share them next week. We've been around the car boots. It's been dry everywhere I've been this morning. Gets back here into Salford and it was raining. So the sun's just come out. It's sort of, we've got showers and sunshine, showers, sunshine. That's what it's been like all week. You'll see in the video anyway what I'm going to show you now. The weather is changing all the time. We bought some flowers as well. We bought some salvia and we bought some more geraniums. You're going to see me planting some geraniums in the video. But what we're going to do, we're going to start off first. We're clearing the brassica cage at the back of the plot. We need to clear it of the garlic so we can plant all the brassicas which are in the greenhouses. So let me show you me doing that now, and you're going to see who should not be named driving me nuts. Well guys, tonight we're going to be taking the rest of this garlic out. Now I haven't got my camera on the tripod, so I can't show you me doing this, but what we're going to do, we're taking all this garlic out of here now, and this is the best time to actually do it when there's no butterflies, because the last thing you need is butterflies getting in on the cabbages. So we're going to rip all this lot out. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to come and we'll cut them like that. The tops will go into the compost bin, and then these I go into the bucket. So that's what we're doing. And the weeds there, I've got another bucket and they're going into the chickens because they absolutely adore these weeds. So yeah, we're going to give the weeds to chickens, and they do like garlic as well. However, I don't really want to give them these leaves. They've got a bit of rust on them now, so they're not going to grow anymore. So like I say, we've taken them all out. So this is what the bed's looking like at the moment. In about 10 minutes when we come back, it'll look completely different. It'll be all clear. Well, we're getting all the bits out, all the weeds. Some of the weeds will go into the chickens. Them in that bucket. There's Buttercup there, if you're wondering where she is. And just picking all the weed. Don't do that, you little bugger. You're going to fall off there, straight onto my head, aren't you? Look, you're doing it, you're going to fall. Unbelievable. See guys, this is what I mean by Buttercup. She wants to help. No, stay there. You're not coming down. I'm going to bend in here now. She'll jump on me bloody bat, I tell you. Little bugger she is. But anyway, we're getting the weeds up. And just picking all the weeds out. I've run the rake through it in the hoe in a bit. Stop whining. And yeah, just getting all the bits out. I'll quickly give it a bit of an hoeing. I rake all the little bits out. And then we'll spread some lime into here, well, most of it. Well, I'm not doing it today, but what we've done, we've cleared the garlic. The garlic's not too bad actually. I've got to keep my eye on her. So these are going into the compost bin. They're going into the chickens. And these are going in the back greenhouse. That's the plan. Right, so we'll have at it, and we'll come back with an update on this. How hard this is, guys. I've got one eye on her. I'm trying to open the door to put that weed in for chickens. And I'm trying to clear this lot away here. And you are mithering me. Go and chase after magpies. Go on. Look, chickens are getting stuck in there on them weeds. So let them turn that into manure. Still got one eye on her. So there we go. We've got the tops into the compost bin. That'll rot down nicely. I just stuck the bucket in there for now. So all I've got to do, put the garlic in the back greenhouse, get my rake and my hoe, and we just quickly give this bed a bit of a tilling and prepare it ready for the next lot of stuff what's going to go in there. So what we're doing, just quickly owing this, getting all the weeds. There's no weeds in here now. I've took most of them out, and a few there. So anyway, we're just doing this, get this done. I can get the net back on, and we'll come tomorrow and we'll get this all done. So yeah, this is what we're doing at the moment. We give over. You see what I'm doing? I'm picking the last bit of weeds up and she's driving me nuts. Shut your face. Anyway, we've got it all levelled out now, so tomorrow should be a doddle. I'm not sure what I'm going to stick in, but we have got some lettuce what we're going to stick in there, and we've got some parsnips, and we've got loads and loads of brassicas still to go. And if she lets me get on with it, don't you even think about jumping on me. No, she's doing me head in, guys. Little bugger. I'm gonna have to knock it on the head. But yeah, she's been up to her mischievous self again. You're gonna get it. Right, just get the last of these weeds out of here, and then we're done. It looks weedless enough for me. I think I can live with that. We give over. You see what I'm doing? I'm picking the last bit of weeds up and she's driving me nuts. Shut your face. Anyway, we've got it all levelled out now, so tomorrow should be a doddle. I'm not sure what I'm going to stick in, but we have got some lettuce what we're going to stick in there, and we've got some parsnips, and we've got loads and loads of brassicas still to go. And if she lets me get on with it, don't you even think about jumping on me. No, she's doing me head in, guys. Little bugger. I'm gonna have to knock it on the head. But yeah, she's been up to her mischievous self again. You're gonna get it. Right, just get the last of these weeds out of here, and then we're done. It looks weedless enough for me. I think I can live with that. What? You caused me enough grief. All I've heard is that all the way through pulling that garlic out. She, honestly, God, guys, she's been up and down the top of this this brassica cage. I'm working underneath, and all you can hear over the top of my head is meow, meow, meow. And she's trying to, every time I bring my head up, she's headbutting me. But we've managed to clear all the garlic out. We've holed it, raked it. I've managed to get the nets on without bugger lugs here driving me nuts. Really. Anyway, I think we're done. Be careful, there's bloody water there. Anyway, I've done. There's one more thing I've got to do, and that's to go and put some comfrey tea in there, and get some water, and water my tomatoes. Well, I found this underneath my pillow the other day, my missus. So I took it outside and did a video and took a shot from one of my guns about 70 yards away, and then I sent her the picture. Hey, touche, sweetheart. Good shot, what you reckon? That was a 70 yard shot, that 80 yard shot, and I'm blind as a bat. But Yeah, I shouldn't have shot it. It was pretty cool, really. I gone and ruined it by shooting it in the head. And I think we're going to give it a name, Sureguard. Now, for those that know, and those that don't, it was an Irish racehorse. It was one of the greatest racehorses ever to live. And the IRA kidnapped it and shot it in the head and buried it in a field. So there you go. So I thought we'd stick it here on the shed, why not? Might put a bit of sealer in that, white seal, or you won't even know it's I've shot it. I don't know where the piece went. Oh, there's some of that solemn white garlic which we've harvested from the Brassica cage, and got, like I say, got 2 buckets of this. Oh, it's all right, it's healthy, it's no damage to the roots, anything like that. Nice garlic. So the garlic, as you saw at the end there, is looking fine. It's not bad garlic, that, considering. There's a bit of rust on it, but it doesn't matter. We've got it all now in the buckets. I've took a load home. It's all, as soon as I got it through the door, it went. Honestly, God, my family love garlic. I've kept a bit from my friend Deborah. You'll hear more about her in the video later on. But yeah, the garlic we removed. The next thing I'm going to show you was coming through the gates a few days back, and the workmen who were building the houses at the south end of the allotments dropped a load of pallets off for us all to use to take what you want. So I went over there and I grabbed one of these pallets. So let me show you the pallet, what I've got. You're going to see me taking it apart as well. I'll show you where I put it at the end, and I'll tell you a bit about what we're going to do. Well, just taking this pallet here, we got a load of them. They drop them off from where they're building the houses over there, and they just chuck them in the bay, and anyone who wants one can take one. Well, I'm taking one. I already had one a few weeks ago, and this wood here is the same thickness as them beds that I made, so I can either use it to make a raised bed, or I can use the wood to fix my mate's door. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to take this one anyway. It's broke, so it's not exactly a good one to, and well, they are not, don't look too clever, to be quite honest with you. They're too thin, they wouldn't hold me water tank, so I can't use any of them. But this one, I can make use of this, so we're going to get it over to the plot and pull it apart. So let's get it over there. Well guys, I've just picked one of these up from over near the where you come on the allotments. It's 2 meters 400. Now what I'm going to do is knock all the lats out, because what I want to make a door, and I think might have enough timber to make the door. Now I know I've got the length. What do these measure? 115, 90. So 115 and 90 is 205 times 4 is 820. So when you add them all together, 820. Yeah, I think that's wide enough to make the door. So if I make the frame using this wood as the outside, I think we can use these. Trouble is, I've got to try and get the wood out without breaking it, which is a lot bloody harder than it would seem. So I'm going to have at it. I'm going to show you doing one anyway. See if I can pry them apart. That's all right. All I have to do now is knock the nails through, and collect all the nails. We don't need the nails, obviously. Well, I think we've got enough wood there to do what I want to do. I mean, we can use these to make raised beds. You know, the brassica cage, make them that high. These things here, I can make another border around one of my beds, or I could fix a door of a friend of mine's, but he's not decided what he wants to do yet. I've given him the best solution, a piece of plywood, and then build a frame to it and then use that as a door, or build a frame and use some of this to clad it in. So it's up to him. I would have gone with the plywood, exterior ply, and make a frame and then use it, make a door out of it. But anyway, I'm going to put these now at the back of the plot. We'll get to use these shortly. So the pallet that we chopped up, we stuck them here, and we've got the wood here. I've left it here because well, even when it rains it doesn't get too wet here, and we'll be using that either to build another frame around my raised beds, or I'll be using it to repair my mate's shed door. So now we're waiting for my mate George to decide how he wants this door, whether he wants to use a piece of plywood and then build a frame, or build a frame and put that wood what I've got there on it. Now he's actually got a pallet as well, so I don't think he needs it, so I could probably end up using it to make a frame for my raised beds, you know, like a border. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet. We're just waiting to see when he makes his bloody mind up. Head teachers for you. Useless they are. He's a good mate of mine though, George. So like I say, when he decides, I'll show you. I'm going to probably show you me building the door anyway, because he's useless. I don't think he can put a fuse in a plug, but hey, is what it is. But I will be doing his door for him, that's for sure. Anyway, moving on from that, another job that I needed to do is just behind me, and it was getting all the willow herb, which has got into my calendula, and you don't see, it's so hard to see while it's in there. But I've been doing a bit of weeding, and you're going to see me doing the weeding. You see how much weed we pulled out there. Bye. And we'll show you the chickens. We threw it in for the chickens. We give them some mealworms as well, and also you're going to see me planting some geraniums around this area and just behind the camera as well. So with that, let me show you what we've been up to. Well, if you can't see what I'm pulling out here, willow herb, and it's in amongst the calendula. Now, don't get me wrong, this is all calendula, but in amongst it, like they're hiding away there, is willow herb, and it just pulls out at the root. All the old lot pulls out. That one didn't. But anyway, we're collecting them. Shake the soil off them, and then we're going to throw these, give the chickens these. So I'm just going through my calendula here. It's starting to flower now, so it's going to look lovely. Ooh, some strawberries there. Well, I think I'll have one of them in a moment. We've got calendula coming up in the top head as well, amongst the strawberries. I might have to pull them out. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're looking for this willow herb, and there's quite a bit of it in here. Yeah, we've got the whole lot there. I noticed a bit of bindweed there as well. Oh, you can't stay there. Anyway, I need 2 hands to do this, and like I say, easy comes out. Very easy. Well, we've got all the willow herb, and I'm telling you now, there's quite a lot of it. As you can see, I've got a bucket full there. The trouble is, it's so camouflaged in amongst the calendula. It's a nightmare to get it all. So so every now and again we have to come in and we have to scan through it all and make sure we've got all of the willow herb out. And there's a few other weeds in here as well. Seen another one there, another calendula there, that willow herb hiding there. Right, anyway, we're done. I'm just coming over. The girls are getting excited. They can see what I've got in my arm here. Look at them. I'll treat them in a minute. So they're all getting excited because of all this weed here. And they'll pick it to death. And I'll turn it all into manure and I'll put it straight back on my beds. What, girls? Alright, I'm coming. I need to just put the camera on pause a second, guys. Well, it shows you what they like the most. They're certainly eating them mealworms. They'll eat the grass and the apple later. So, happy chickens. Happy Mark. Well guys, I forgot I had these geraniums in the back greenhouse, so I've got a few pots that I'm going to plant them in. They've even got bloody flowers on them, so I'm going to grab a couple of them. I've got one for here. I'm going to put them in here now. So let's just grab one out. Got good root system on them. Oops. That's one. There's another pot just round here. Let's grab another one. So yeah, we're just sticking them in here around the, making everything look nice. Just picking up, getting rid of some weeds. Right, there is another, there's a couple of pots round here. I'm going to stick a couple of them in each of the pots. So let's take you around here and show you. As you can see, we've got a couple of pots here. We'll add some spring bulbs in, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 3 geraniums in each one. I'm going to fill them up. That's one. I'm going to stick one in the middle of this one here as well. Save these come in handy. I've got 3 more, so I'll go and find somewhere to put these, so give me a second. Now that looks nice where they are. It just adds more colour to the seating area, where when my friends come over they can sit and they can admire all the flowers. You can see the calendula is doing really well now since we've done all the weeding. We got all the weeds out, but I guarantee you there'll be more weeds in there. Well, I found the perfect place in this plant which has got the little apple in. So we'll stick one at the front, one at the either side at the back. So it's just a matter of digging down. I will be watering them. Yeah, beautiful little red flowers. We've got different coloured geraniums, not just red. Got pinks and whites and what have you. So yeah, we'll get the watering can in a moment and we'll give these a quick watering. Bloody weed. Bloody birds, they keep kicking the digging the wood chip from the side of the raised beds. Anyway, that's the last of them. Let's move on because we've got lots more to do today. So I've probably got 90% of the weeds out of there. There's still 10% in there. They're a nightmare to find. They can grow this much in a bloody day. You go down my paths there and I weed it. The next day they're this high. I thought, well, where they come from? I've just done all the weeding. It's amazing how things grow. The sun's lovely now. Now, like I say, it's been raining all morning here, and the sun's out now. This is what it's like here at the moment, which is perfect conditions for growing on the allotment. So I'm not complaining. Obviously, I've got water inside the greenhouses, so that's something I have to do. But everything else is getting done for me. And moving on from that, again, I was heading off home about 4 nights ago, and I got up to the top end of the plot, and we found a surprise waiting for us. So I'm not going to tell you what the surprise was, but I'm going to show you what we did. You're going to see me humming and ahhing. I didn't really want to do this. I was more concerned about getting the chest infection, but with a flick of a coin, you're going to see a massive improvement at the back of my plot. So let me show you what happened. I'm in a bit of a dilemma here, guys. It's raining outside, and I've just come down the back. I've just locked everything up and come down the back, and there's a load of really good wood chip in the bay. It's raining. I've already got a bit of a chest infection coming on, and I'm thinking I need 5 bags to do my plot, and it's the right colour and it's pretty good stuff. However, the rain's putting me off, and it's going to be a bit of I need 5 big bags of that wood chip. Now I've got the bags, it's just a matter of getting down and putting it onto the plot, and I just can't bring myself to do it. So what I'm going to do, the easiest way is a coin. So I'm going to flip it up. Heads to do it, tails we don't. I don't know if you can see that, guys. I'm just looking at this rain on the window. It's ever so slightly spitting. Sod it. That's it. We're going to go and get the wood chip. I've had enough. I can't. I'm not going to let it go. I've decided. Wood chip. Here we come. It's a decision I have to. I mean, I've been toying with it for the last 10 minutes. I probably could have got a bag of bloody wood chip while I've been thinking about it. So, yeah, we're gonna go and get. I reckon 5 bags should do the trick. So I'm gonna get 5 bags, and don't know why I slowed down. Then it was a wood pigeon just drove over. Forgot. So guys, guess where I'm going? Yep, I've decided. It stopped raining for a second, so I reckon if I can get a couple of bags before it starts raining again and take a break, we can do this. So like I said, there's no one else on, so I don't have to rush. So here we are. Let's go and get some of this wood chip. So I'm not going to mess about, guys. Got my bag there. I'm going to start shoveling it into there. What's the first one? Another bag. Let's have at it. We've got 2 bags and it started raining again. So we're just waiting for the rain to stop. I will get 5 bags before I'm done here. I know I'm going to end up with very poorly, but it is what it is. Bloody rain. Well, there we are, number 3. It's the rain's stopping and starting, but I'm going to cover it with this fleece. I've got 2 more to get, and then I've got my bucket and everything there, my bag and my wheelbarrow. I can't keep talking, but as you see, number 3. 4 will follow shortly. Well, that's bag number 4. There's loads left. In fact, my friend Deborah, she's just run to go and grab her wheelbarrow. She said, "Whoo!" She said, "It pays to come on here when it's raining." I said, "You're true." Still says she's a vampire. She only comes on when it's like this, overcast and it's not raining. I'm going to throw some garlic at her. You just have to make sure she doesn't have a cross when I throw it. But yeah, she's getting some as well, so I just need 1 more barrow and then I'm done. Well, there's number 4. 1 more would be good. 2 would be better, but I'm going to go for 1. And I feel a bit better, I might go for the other one, but 5's more than enough, I think. Right, so I'm going to put the cover over them, that's for sure. Keep the rain off, otherwise they'll be turning to compost before I get a chance to put them on the paths. Right, onwards and upwards. Let's crack on. Guys, I've got 5 bags now. 2 underneath there, 2 there, 1 there. There's a gap there. And I have got 1 more bag in here. So I'm thinking, let's go and fill that one up as well. So I've just got myself 6 bags of this this wood chip. I'm going to cover it for tonight, and then tomorrow I'll spread it on the paths around the back of the allotment. I don't really need all this, but like I say, if I get any spare, I could always give it to someone else. I'm just covering my bases, so I'm going to be putting it all down the paths anyway. I want to put about 2 inches on the paths and really get a good thick covering, and down the edges as well. We got it covered over. We'll come back to this tomorrow and do the paths now. I need to wash my wheelbarrow and put it back where it belongs. Well, before we start doing this, putting the wood chip down, I mean there's 6 bags there, I'm going to be putting wood chip all around the paths. See, I'm just looking here what I've got here. I've got more than I'm going to need, and we're going to lift them up 2 inches. So this plot is slowly getting lifted up. I bet we're about 10 inches, 12 inches high now. There, my girls, watching what's going on. But yeah, the wood chip in question is under here. There it is. So I'm going to start raking it, shoveling it onto the paths. What I think I'll do is I'll empty half a bag, drag it down to the other side. That way I get all half the bags down that end. It make it easier for me to sort everything out. I've got to do a bit of manoeuvring here as well around all this lot. That chair could do with lifting up as well, so I might have to take the pots off and pull the bloody thing out, and then throw some wood chip underneath it. A lot of messing. This is these are paving stones along here, although the chickens have flicked a load of wood chip out. You can see the paths there, they're going to need wood chipping as well. I think it would be wise to wood chip all the way along here as well. The reason why the paving stones are there are to stop the foxes from digging down. So you know what, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some wood chip here as well on the path. It might sound crazy, but it tidies things up and it ties everything together. But them paving stones there are to stop the foxes from digging under. They can't dig it. This gravel here goes down like 3 foot, and then the paving stones are just sat on the edges here, so the foxes, and that goes all the way around. And inside there's a load of paving stones that run around the inside. A foot down there's this chicken wire to stop the rats from digging up through the floor. So yeah, I'm just going to throw some wood chip on this. That's what I'm going to do. I've just decided. Makes sense. But yeah, we got 6 bags to do all this with, and Buttercup, hopefully she won't get in the way of me doing it. In fact, what I might have to do is get a bucket, one of my plastic buckets, and then we'll put the wood chip in the bucket and we can spread it down, make it easier. Yeah. Don't you start eating my onions. Mischievous as ever. Right, give me a sec. We'll go and get my bucket and then we'll start doing this. I'll show you see what it looks like. Let's walk around it and you can see. I'm going to have to empty that wheelbarrow. It's full of water. I'll try and manoeuvre that into the pond. See all my cabbages. So we're going to do all this here, all around the paths here, all along here. And what we always do, we throw wood chip along here, so when I'm kneeling down, I'm not kneeling down into dirt. Now you can see how it's the birds have pulled it away. It's on the path here, but that's nothing. We'll do along here as well. What? Really? Well, you go and get a shovel. I'll start at that end and you start at this side, and we'll meet in the middle, will ya? What's that on your nose there? What's that on your nose? I've got it off. Now it's on your whiskers now. It's gone. What are you looking at? Oh, chickens. Behave yourself. Right, so where's my bucket? Ah, there they are. Don't need that bucket. So to get them out, we put that up there. We do that. We just got this as a store haul at the moment. Comes in handy. That compost bin, we're going to be sticking more chicken manure in there out the chicken pen. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. What? No, I'm not picking you up. I'm not picking you up. You get down yourself. You got up there, you get down there. I'm going this way. I'm not listening. I'm not listening. You're a terror, aren't you? Eh? Yes, you are. Yeah, now stop, behave yourself. Right, so I got my bucket. Let's start spreading the love. We'll show you what it looks like when we're finished. It's going to be a long one, this one, I feel. Buttercup's joined the fray, and she's sat in the bloody path where I'm going to be throwing the wood chip. Give up. I think we'll do the path first. That path. guys, this is going to take some time. I decided I need to take a break, so we'll continue and I'll show you what we've done. So you've seen what we've been doing. It's pretty much the same all around the back of the plot. I'll take a quick look at it when we're done. But I've got about 3 bags there to do the other side. I did drag the other ones down there so it'd be easier for me to spread it on that side. These empty bags here, I'm just going to be tipping onto the paths as we go along there. So, well, they are full bags anyway. So we'll be back again with an update when we finish. Well guys, we've managed to get the wood chip done now. You can see the paths all the way along. This is all along the edges here. We do it here so we can kneel down. Again, you can see the paths are all been done right the way through. Same here, right the way through. I did see buttercup then. We've done underneath the orchard, which makes everything pop. Watch your step when you're coming down here, babes. Oh no, you'd want to just climb up there, okay. So what do you think? I thought so as well. It's lovely, isn't it, eh? Well, don't speak all at once. Good old dead massage. Well, I'm going to continue down here and show you what it looks like from the other side. Again, this is the crossroads, all nice and tidied up. Just got to watch your step here. Really, I think I might put some steps in here. You can fall off the bloody thing and break your hip. Heaven forbid that, if that would happen. Anyway, there we go. I'll leave you with that prospect. Buttercup with her hand. She actually got the hand on her money there. Bloody typical woman. So yeah, we got that wood chip and we got it all spread all the way around. It looks glorious. I've got the sniffles, but hey, I think it was well worth it. We didn't work in the rain. I did have a brolly there. You noticed the brolly was there just in case it got caught in the rain up there. So me and my friend Deborah, she got a load as well. I'm sure she's a vampire. She only comes on when it's raining or it's overcast. Hence keeping some of that garlic. I'm going to throw it at her. Make sure I've got a cross in my hand when I do that as well. But joking aside, she got hers done. I've got mine done. And we got very lucky. We turned up at the right time. And now the plot's looking wonderful. The next job you're going to see is me putting all these brassicas into that bed what we cleared at the front of at the start of the video. So we put some bright. I'll tell you what. I've got a few. I've stitched a few clips together. I'm not showing you me doing it all. I'll just show you a few highlights, and then we'll go through what we planted in the bed afterwards. So these are the Calibris. I've left them a bit too long really, but they need to go out. So we're going to put them into the brassica cage, along with some more which we've got in the back greenhouse. So I need to get all my tools together. Well, my measuring stick, that's what I need, and my lime. I'll get my pH tester. I just want to test the soil in the back bed as well, so I'll be doing that, and then we'll get these planted. I've also got more cabbages in them trays there, and Brussels sprouts I think they are, if I can remember. So I'm going to be planting them as well. But first things first, I need to go and get my pH tester and everything else. I've got my measuring stick, I've got my lime. Just quickly going to test the soil, and we cracked it. So yeah, I'm going to be using some of them there as well. They'll be going in my brassica cage, hopefully before it starts raining. Look, now we've got to come to a compromise here. Are you listening? We've got to come to a compromise. I need to put my brassicas in, and you need to leave me alone. Right? You need to leave me alone while I get the job done. Oh, she's a killer. I'm trying to test my pH of this, my soil. I got tilly flop here. Oh, you can hear where I'm bent down there. It's meow, 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 meow. Anyway, I've got the pH tester down there. I've got me piece of wood in. I'm just going to put these, sort these this broccoli and these calibres into where they're going to go. I've got lots more still to get into this bed, and every time I'm trying to do it, I've got bugger lugs here driving me nuts. Now you're going to let me get on with this, eh? You're going to let me get on with... No, you're going to let me get... No, you're not having a bloody plant. That's your last stroke. You're not getting another stroke until I get this job done. Smells nice, doesn't it? Eh? Right. Let me take you down here and show you the pH tester that I'm using. And I'll set these... first things first, I'll set these pots up in where I'm going to put them, and I'll bring it in and show you the tester. Hopefully Buttercup will let me do that. So this is my pH tester, and I've been all over the place with this, and I don't know if you can see what it says there. It's pH just over 7 it is. So the soil is perfect for the brassicas. Bring it in for a closer look. So there we go. That's what the pH is, 7. I've got some lime, and we're going to put that in. I'll bring the pH up a little bit higher, probably to about 7.5. So that's my pH tester. Right, now let's get these brassicas. I'm just going to set them out where I want them, and then we'll start planting. I've got piles of them to put in. They're all in the back greenhouse and they all need to be brought out. So I'll set them up. I'll show you me putting a couple in, and we'll come back when I've got pretty much them all in. Now this is complicated because we've got Huntsman and we've got Dutchman cabbage. They're all cone cabbage, so it's pretty much the same. So and then there are more Brussels sprouts. Now we've got Brussels sprouts up here, but I'm thinking stick them here. I'm going to stick some lettuce in along here, and maybe some parsnips as well. So I've got 7 in a row, 6 in a row here, and the reason why there's 7 in a row is because I had one spare and I couldn't bring myself to murdering it. Anyway, I've got my lime. Bugger lugs is there, keeping out of the way. So we're going to have at it. We'll get them all in, and then we'll come back and give you another update on what it all looks like when we're finished. And I've got to get the nets on. We're doing it today. Fortunately the butterflies ain't out, so it's great. I can get the nets back on before anything gets in here, and I throw a few slug pellets in here as well, I would imagine, just to make sure we get all them slugs. So we've got the Huntsman and Dutchman cabbage in, and we've also got some Brussels sprouts. These are called Bright. We've already got some Bright already in. We don't always put his eggs in the same one basket. What I need to do now is go and get some lettuce. I'm putting some lettuce in here. I'm going to put 2 rows of lettuce, probably about 6 in each row. They're the ones what were in the front greenhouse, so you know, if I don't get them in now, we'll be harvesting them in the greenhouse. These are my little gem lettuce. I've got well, I've done them in these pots here, put one in each one, and been in the greenhouse for about a month, and they really need to come out, so I'm putting them outside today. Not putting lime in here, but yeah, they look really well, as you can see. In about 3-4 weeks we'll be having them with the tomatoes when they start to ripen. Who knows, we may even get a cucumber. We wait with bated breath. There we go, that was the last one. So they're the little gem. Leave the label there so I can see what they are. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to, I've got some parsnips, I've got to separate them. And then I'm going to put a few in here, a few rows if I can. Well guys, we've got the parsnips here, and I'm going to dissolve the soil, what they're in, so I can actually... Don't you even think about drinking that water. No, it's dirty. Go and drink out the better ones. So what we're doing, get another tray here. So we're just, at the moment, separating them. Don't want to damage the roots on these. There's a little parsnip there. So we've separated all the parsnips. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get them in before they dry out, and I think they'll be okay. They'll fly away, these. We got all the roots, we didn't damage them, but we do need to get them back into the soil where they belong. So I'll see you back at the back of the plot in a moment. So we've managed to get all the brassicas in here. We've still got some Savoy cabbage and there's a few other things that need to go out, but we've got 40 odd parsnips there. We've got a dozen little gem lettuce. We've got some bright Brussels sprouts. We've got some broccoli, some calibres in there. We've got some Dutchman cabbage, some Huntsman cabbage, and again we got more bright cabbage up that end. So yeah, we filled the bed. It'll start to look like this. Now we've got carrots in here, and then we've got that's that purple emperor cabbage. These are, I think these are Dutchman or Huntsman. Oh no, these are I forget what they're. I forget what they're. They're a cabbage. They're a ball cabbage, not the pointy cabbage. We've got broccoli. And we've also got all year round collies in here. So yeah, these beds are looking okay. We've got celery here. We've got the onions there. They're doing okay. We've got sweet corn here. That's doing okay. The only thing what ain't doing okay is them onions. And they're really suffering, guys. Maybe because of with the weed killer that I was spraying, I think it caught them and it's not set them all back. So we may take them out and stick 60 sweet corn. They're called Golden Fleece, and stick them into there. I'm not decided yet. So as you saw, we got the bright Brussels sprouts in. I cannot remember Brussels sprouts. I have great difficulty when I come to look at them, and I can't say what I see, and I know what they are. Brussels bloody sprouts. I do like them raw. I don't like them. I like them cooked as well. I never used to like them, but I do like them. I like chewing on them. So we've done quite a few of them. We've got the two pointed cabbages in there. We've got the Huntsman and the Dutchman in. And we've got some broccoli in, some calibres in. We put in, and we put them lettuce what was in the front greenhouse. So we've got a row of them in as well. And then the parsnips, you saw me dissolving them in there in some water here. When you get carrots and you get parsnips, and you get them in like cartons, trays. And there's like 6 or 7 of them in a tray. What you need to do is get yourself a bucket of water and dissolve the soil, and then they pull apart. You get all the roots without damaging them, and that's what I did there to put them in. So they should do really well, and they should look absolute. Well, they should do really. I won't say they should look really well in a couple of weeks' time when they pick up. They'll probably be okay now, but give them a few days and everything will pick themselves back up. Going out the allotments yesterday, and I noticed the lock sign was missing. Anyway, let me run this clip. Just noticed this on the fence, the little sods. You took it off the bloody door, haven't they? Unbelievable. That's kids, that. I have to put it back on. I'm not doing it now though. I'm going. It's raining. Well, I found this morning on that fence over there. The please take your key out of the lock sign. Anyway, I've just put it back on the gate. Lucky I found it was hanging from the fence over there. Anyway, it's back on the gate. Whether it stays on the gate, I don't know. But I bet no one noticed it was missing anyway. Yeah, so the little darlings have cut the lock off and the sign off and stuck it on the fence. Anyway, I've put it back on the gate. You know what, as I said in the video, I don't even think people pay any attention to that sign because they never even noticed it was missing. But yeah, we've put it back on there. You see, we don't want people coming in and out of the allotments. We certainly don't want people leaving the keys in the lock. That's the worst thing you can do, is leave the key in the lock on an allotment. It's just like giving people the keys to your front door and you're going on holiday. So yeah, anyway, the sign's back where it belongs. So I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to obviously get off and try and get this edited a bit later on. Tonight we'll get it posted. Now, quick update on Rumble. I'm not going to use it. For a start, there's a thing where you can make money on it, and that's not my game. I don't make any money on these YouTube videos. Understand that I do not make a penny. I may have made two or three pence once by mistake. I turned the bloody thing on, and there was an advert or something. Anyway, I turned it off, so I don't make no money at all. And to see that it's like money sort of making Rumble. Plus, it's a nightmare to navigate how to work it. I did put the video up on it, and I've got the channel name's Allotment Diggers. Now it's spelled with a capital A and a capital D for Diggers, all one word, and that's what I put into it. I did one video, and I can't even find it on my channel. It's weird. Anyway, I'm not going to be using it. We're just going to throw all the videos onto here and sod YouTube. If they want to play funny buggers with me, let them. But it will be probably the last video I'll put up on there. Unbelievable. Anyway, like I say, I'm going to get off. I've got to do this. I've got to edit it and format it. I've also render it, I should say, and then I've got to build the thumbnail, and I've got to do that all in well, not too bad. I've got 9 hours. I should have it done in an hour when I get home, that is. Anyway, Buttercup, oh, she's guarding the food in the greenhouse. I'm just going to check on the chickens. Chickens don't need anything. As you saw there in the video, we've been feeding them mealworms and all the weeds from the allotments. Hopefully they're going to turn that into manure, and it'll all go back onto the beds. So yeah, it's absolutely lovely now in this sunshine. As I said this morning, I've been everywhere, and it's been really, really nice. Come on here, and it was raining. Anyway, bye for now.